Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big is a book written by David Schwartz, and I love this book. I've read it several times, but more importantly, I keep it where I can see it, and I read the title several times a week, and it helps me remember the importance of thinking big. And we're going to talk about a lot of different reasons why that's so important, but first I want to tell you just a little bit more about the book. The Magic of Thinking Big, the full title is The Magic of Thinking Big, Acquire the Secrets of Success, Achieve Everything You've Always Wanted, Personal Property, Financial Security, Power and Influence, The Ideal Job, Satisfying Relationships, A Rewarding and Enjoyable Life. Once again, the author was David Schwartz. Now, I mentioned that I really love this book, and the first thing I love is it's such a great title, because if you want to achieve big success in your life, you need to start thinking big. And when you think big, the first thing it does is it helps you overcome limiting beliefs. Most people don't achieve more success in their lives because they have a limiting belief. They don't believe they can achieve more success. So they don't believe it's possible, so it never happens. In order to break out of that trap, you need to start thinking big. And when you think big and set bigger goals and dream bigger and make bigger plans, it helps stretch your mind and stretch what you can believe. And the truth is, even if you don't believe you can achieve the success or big success, if someone else has achieved the same success, it means you can achieve it too. If any other human has achieved the success that you want, then you can achieve it too. Another great thing about the magic of thinking big and shooting for big things and working for big success in every area of your life is if you shoot high, even if you fall a little short, you're still much higher than other people are who never shoot high. They never set big goals or think big. You need to constantly work on stretching what you believe you can achieve, because you can achieve great things. You can achieve a lot more, and that starts with the magic of thinking big. Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich, that whatever the mind can believe, the mind can achieve. And there's a lot of truth to that. If you don't believe you can achieve something, then you're not going to achieve it. But if you can convince your mind that it's real and it's possible, then you can achieve it. Your mind will help you figure out ways to achieve the big things. And that's why the magic of thinking big is so powerful. Once again, if anyone else has done it, you can do it too. This works in any area of your life, any area where you're looking for more success. Identify other people that have already done it, and that tells you right there that it's realistic and you can shoot for the same things. What are your success goals right now? I teach in my system, my success goal system, that you have to set goals, and you need to make sure you know exactly what you want and be specific. But what are your success goals right now? First of all, if you don't have any, you need to set some success goals. You need to do that immediately, because if you don't have goals, you're not going to reach the success that you want. You're not even going to come close, because you don't even have a target to shoot for. Now, when I ask what are your success goals, why aren't they bigger than they are? What if one of your success goals is you want to make $100,000 a year? Well, that's great. That's a good success goal, especially if you're only making 20 or 30 or 40 or 50,000 a year now. But why isn't it bigger? Why not 200,000 or $500,000 a year? Is it because you don't think it's realistic? Well, are there people making $200,000 a year now? Of course there are. There's lots of people that make that much money. They might not be doing the exact same thing that you're doing, but because other people can do it, that means you can do it too. And I hear what some people are probably saying, well, I have to be a doctor or a lawyer or have some special education to make that much money. And that's simply not true. Once again, you can identify plenty of people that don't have advanced degrees that are making $200,000 or $500,000 a year or more. So if they can do it, you can do it too. You might have to change some things if that's what you really want. You might have to do things that they do, and you might have to stop doing what you're doing right now. But it can be done, so why aren't your goals bigger? Is there any downside to thinking big and falling a little short? I don't know of any downside to thinking big. You still have to be smart, and you still have to make smart plans. But when you think big, it stretches the way you think, and it stretches your plans. Yes, you have to be realistic, but you also have to accept if someone else can do it, that you can do it too. So there is a way. You might not like the way to get there, and that's fine. You might choose you don't want to do what other people have done. But if other people have done it, there is a way to do it. So the main downside to thinking big is basically falling short of your goal. And usually you've still made great strides or in much better position than you are now. Instead of making small incremental gains, thinking big teaches you to expand your thought process, expand your plans, to stretch your plans and shoot higher. When you're trying to make small incremental gains, which is what the world teaches most of us to do, you got to make this small step and then this next small step in order to reach anything big. The truth is that when you think big, you can often figure out ways to skip or incorporate a lot of the small steps together into a bigger step. And the magic of thinking big is as much about your mindset as anything. And when you stretch your mind and stretch the possibilities and the realistic possibilities, it helps you achieve more and achieve it faster. You want to go from $15 an hour to $20, why not $100 or more? You want to make $100,000 a year, why not $200,000 or $1 million a year? These are the things you need to ask yourself. And if you can't convince yourself that it's possible to make a huge jump, you do need to back off and make smaller goals. But I urge you to constantly stretch your goals. You want to get a book published. Millions of people think they need or want to get a book published or think they can, but very few of them do. And a lot of them never even finish the book. But if you want to get a book published, why are you just shooting for getting a book published? Why not shoot to make your book a bestseller? Why not have the goal of making your book not just published, but listed on the New York Times bestseller list or on the Amazon bestseller list? That's what I'm talking about when you think big. Let's say that's what your goal is, and you set out to make your book a bestseller, and you do the best you can, and you do everything you can, and it doesn't quite make the bestseller list. Let's say that on Amazon, instead of being in the top 100 books sold for the day or the month or whatever, you get into the top 1,000. That's still a huge accomplishment, and that's still better than 99% of what every other book that gets published reaches. And the only way you can get there is to plan ahead and shoot for that goal. I found a system one time that basically the idea was you start with a penny and you double your way until you have $1 million. And, it's pretty easy to figure out how to double a penny to 2 pennies, or $1 to $2, or even $10 to $20. But as you start through that system and your money grows, you have to change the way you look at things and do things as you progress, because it's a lot different trying to turn 1,000 into 2,000, or 50,000 into 100, or 500,000 into $1 million than it is from turning $10 into $20. And the magic of thinking big helps stretch your mind just like an exercise like that does. Your mindset and thinking must be different when you think big, and you can train yourself to think bigger. You might have to do it in smaller steps. You might not be able to think as big as you're going to be able to eventually right now, but start stretching your thoughts and start thinking bigger now, and think bigger and bigger as time goes by. This is an important change that you need to make for success. The crowd never thinks big. Some of them might wish for something bigger or hope for more success, but they don't do anything to achieve it. So you need to think big in every area of success that you want more success in your life, and start taking action. Think big, stretch your thoughts, follow through, take action. That's how you can use the magic of thinking big for more success. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.